The underwater house surprise. Sandy the starfish and Glimmer the jellyfish had been the best of friends for as long as they could remember. They lived in the vast, mysterious underwater world, where the sea stretched endlessly in all directions, filled with vibrant coral reefs, swaying seaweed forests, and the soft, rhythmic hum of the deep blue. Sandy was a calm and collected starfish, always moving at her own slow pace along the seafloor, while Glimmer was lively and quick, her translucent body glowing with a soft, magical light as she drifted through the water. One day, Sandy and Glimmer met at their usual spot near the coral garden, a little place where they often played and shared stories. The sea was calm, the sun shining brightly through the clear water, and the currents were gentle, making it the perfect day for an adventure. "Hey, Sandy," Glimmer called, her voice full of excitement as she bobbed up and down with the current. "I was thinking, how about we go explore the deep ocean today? You know, where the water is all dark and mysterious. I bet we'll find something amazing." Sandy tilted her head and gave a slow, thoughtful smile. "That sounds like a good idea, Glimmer. It's been a while since we've gone down that deep. Who knows what we'll find?" Glimmer giggled, her jellyfish tendrils trailing behind her like ribbons in the water. "Exactly. I love surprises." And with that, the two friends set off together, gliding gracefully through the water as they ventured deeper into the ocean. The farther they swam, the cooler the water became, and the sunlight faded until it was barely a shimmer. Around them, the ocean floor was dotted with strange, ancient rocks, and the sea life grew more mysterious with every stroke. "So, what do you think we'll find?" Sandy asked, her voice soft but filled with curiosity. "I don't know, but I'm hoping for something sparkly." Glimmer replied, her body glowing brighter as she swam ahead, casting an ethereal light on everything around her. Sparkly things are always exciting. As they swam deeper, something unusual caught Sandy's attention. It was a small structure, barely visible through the swaying seaweed and towering coral formations. It was a house, a tiny underwater house, tucked between two large rocks and surrounded by soft, colorful corals. The house was made of seashells, smooth stones, and pieces of driftwood, with a small wooden door and tiny windows made from polished, iridescent shells. Sandy stopped swimming and stared, her eyes wide with wonder. "Glimmer, look at that. Is that a house?" Glimmer, who had been darting ahead, stopped in her tracks and floated back to Sandy. "A house? Here? Underwater?" She blinked her luminescent eyes and looked closely. "Wow, it does look like a house. But how did it get here? And who would live here?" Sandy thought for a moment, her 5 arms gently moving through the water as she pondered. "I don't know, but it's definitely a surprise. Do you think someone's living in there?" Glimmer's tentacles wobbled as she thought. Maybe it's the home of a secret sea wizard. Or a very wise octopus who's decided to retire and live in peace. Or, maybe it's a house for a tiny, magical crab. Sandy chuckled. "I think you're getting carried away, Glimmer. But I like the idea of a wise octopus living here. It's got that vibe, don't you think?" Glimmer swam in small circles around the house, her glow illuminating every corner. "I bet there's something cool inside. Should we go in and see?" Sandy hesitated for a moment. "I don't know. It looks so tiny, and it's a bit spooky in there. What if it's a trap? What if the wise octopus is secretly a sea monster?" Glimmer burst out laughing, her soft glow flickering with amusement. "Sea monster? Oh, Sandy, you're too funny. Don't worry. I'm sure it's totally safe. I'll go in first. You can stay out here and keep an eye on things in case there's a sea monster." Sandy sighed, rolling her eyes. Okay. Go ahead, Glimmer. But be careful, all right?" Glimmer grinned, her translucent body glowing even brighter. "Don't worry. I'm a jellyfish. I'm practically invisible." With that, she floated gracefully toward the small door of the house and squeezed inside. Sandy waited outside, her arms crossed as she looked around at the peaceful ocean floor. She wasn't sure what to expect, but she trusted Glimmer. After all, Glimmer was always the brave one. Sandy was more cautious, but that didn't mean she didn't enjoy a good adventure now and then. A few moments later, Sandy heard a soft giggle from inside the house. Sandy, you won't believe this. You have to come in here. Sandy's curiosity got the better of her, and she slowly moved closer to the tiny door. What is it, Glimmer? What's inside? I'm not telling you. You have to see it for yourself. Glimmer's voice was filled with excitement. Sandy cautiously squeezed her way inside, her arms carefully navigating the small space. The inside of the house was cozy, with seashell decorations and seaweed woven into the walls. It looked like someone had taken great care in making it feel like a home. There was a little table made from coral, and in the center of the room was a small, glittering chest. What's in the chest? Sandy asked, her eyes wide. Glimmer floated over to it and gently opened the lid. Look, she said, her voice full of wonder. Inside the chest was a beautiful treasure, a shiny, iridescent pearl. It was larger than any pearl Sandy had ever seen, and it glowed with a soft, magical light. Sandy gasped. Is that a real pearl? Glimmer nodded, her glowing body pulsating with excitement. I think so, and I'm giving it to you, Sandy. It's my gift to you for being the best starfish friend ever. Sandy blinked in surprise. For me? But why? Glimmer smiled, her glowing body flickering with warmth. Because you're always so kind and thoughtful, Sandy. You deserve something special. Sandy's heart swelled with happiness, and she carefully picked up the pearl in her arms. Thank you, Glimmer. This is the most beautiful gift I've ever received. Glimmer giggled and wiggled her tentacles. I'm so glad you like it. Now let's go swim around and show off our new treasure. The two friends swam out of the house, the pearls safely nestled in Sandy's arms. They floated together through the cool, dark waters, laughing and chatting about everything and nothing. The ocean around them seemed to open up, revealing new and exciting sights. They swam past colorful coral gardens, schools of shimmering fish, and swaying seaweed forests, all while enjoying the simple joy of each other's company. Do you think anyone else will find this house? Sandy asked, glancing over at the tiny home as they swam away. Glimmer's tentacles danced in the water. Maybe. It's such a cool place. Who knows what other surprises the ocean is hiding? There's always something new to discover. Sandy smiled at her friend. You're right, Glimmer. The ocean is full of surprises, and I'm glad I get to share them with you. The two friends swam side by side, their laughter filling the water as they continued their adventure. The underwater world was vast and full of wonders, but as long as they had each other, it would always be the best place to explore. And so, Sandy and Glimmer's underwater house adventure became one of their favorite memories, a story they would tell over and over again as they continued to explore the mysterious, magical ocean together.